Dying with style. Slate. Man's always been half fool, half hero. Could never tell which side was more dangerous. I'll give you a hint, it was the side that shot lightning. We're back fighting DeWitt's goons now, I assume. Ooh, sniper rifle. Well, I don't want to get rid of my carbine, so I guess I'm just going to use up the crank gun and then grab a sniper. I'm probably just making excuses to have some fun with the crank gun, but at this point I don't really care. Some amazing violins going on here. I'm assuming these guys went to the same shooting gallery that the stormtroopers did, because they seem to be trained in the same sort of way. Stand in a line and fire, wait to be shot, don't hit your target to save your life, wear the same uniform. Maybe that's why I keep making so many Admiral Akbar and Han Solo references. I feel like those guys that were dressed like Imperial officers just kind of sent me on a Star Wars train of thought. My shotgun's better. Did bloody hurt though, he took a big chunk out of my shielding. I know there's one guy still alive because the combat music's going, but he's being strangely clever and not showing his face. Unusual. The hunt is on for the one elusive enemy. Keeps disappearing around bloody corners. Somebody get that man some Rogaine. He is missing some hair. And a head. And a face. And a neck. Yeah, come to think of it, I'm not quite sure bullets can do that. Ah, the worthless shop of worthlessness. I'm just going to save my money. I might need it later on if the game starts getting tougher.
Okay.
Elizabeth, you're in my good books, but that's a ridiculous question. What is that up there? Mosquito. Oh, it's a floating gun! Oh, I could have used that earlier. I was just so distracted using my sniper rifle and crank gun. Oh well. It's not like I really struggled at this bit, so no harm done. Glad I didn't buy those salts. Got free ones anyway. No, I don't want the pistol. I was just trying to see if I could pull the lever. The heck? That arrow went all over the place. How do you close in for the kill while I'm on a skyline? Just stick to there he is, get him. Motorized Patriot. Now we're talking. Apparently everything Elizabeth brings through the tears from the film noir universe. At least the thing's being a decent bullet sponge. Sit down, Rocket Food. Nobody likes you. That's a little bit bullet spongy. Oh, there we go. Got him in the end. Can we get on their ships with the skyline and steal them? Could ride one of those to France. Oh, well, we can mount it. That's something. Oh, now the mechanised Patriot moves. Thought it was rooted to the bloody spot. Did that guy just try and reason with the mechanised Patriot, saying, "Don't make me hurt you"? Yes, flush the man who is standing in the open directly in front of you out of cover. Unless he meant the giant robot that was standing directly next to him, which is equally stupid. God damn, what is this guy made of? The bullets are clearly going in, there's red blood spots on him. You've served your purpose, now give me your weapon. Oh, or not. Suppose it was too good to be true. Alakazam! At this point it's occurred to me I've forgotten where I am and what the hell I'm doing, so I'm just going to explore a little bit and then use good old green arrow to find where I'm going if I can't find my way naturally. and aside from the free lockpick, the first thing I find is dead end. Alright, so I did go the right way. I wonder what I missed. The skylines, of course. I don't know why I missed them. They're actually one of the more fun things in this game. Definitely streamline getting around into something more amusing than a Wyvern or some stupidity like that. Haven't really had much practice with it though, so give me a sec while I get acquainted to the controls of the skyline. Ah, throttle. Now we're talking. And now a dismount quick enough to break legs, that of course results in no damage. Because video game, ladies and gentlemen, because video game. No tears in this area, and that looks like a fireman up ahead. Of course these bastards noticed me when I was trying to charge my trap. It's not really a trap unless you have the element of surprise. Flesh, blacken, char, got it. I have no idea what possible purpose the firemen could serve. Obviously real-life firemen fight fires with water. What could someone that's constantly on fire and sprouting flames everywhere serve as a purpose in this peaceful land of Colombia? At least it was all peaceful and serene until I started murderating people, but the point is they just feel like a superfluous thing that's really generated because it's an enemy. Whereas in Bioshock, the enemies were splicers that wanted you because they wanted to get something out of you, which was Adam, if I remember. Adam or Eve, one of the two. Inventive names there. The Big Daddies only attacked you if you threatened their little sister, and the defense systems either went off automatically, were disabled, or were hackable. They all had set things and lore to them and were interesting. These guys seem to have none of that. Seem to have got myself pinned in a tight spot here, as only these crates really protect me from certain doom. Fiery lead overdose doom. As the fireman somehow dealt with, I can only hope he strafed into my traps, because otherwise what the bloody hell am I putting these things down for? I've been hiding back here the entire time, and they just seem content to sit where they are and plink at me. Whereas I was sure a couple of them would venture out and try and creep round the boxes to flush me out. Not sure what happened there. Charged that up, lobbed it, come back around the corner and it's not there. Did it land on that guy and electrocute him for a little bit? Because he seemed fine when I came back round the corner. Really trying to use the vigors to make the combat look slightly more interesting as I'm being watched.
Mr. DeWitt.
The name's Booker.
I'll be certain to attend to that distinction. Booker. When there's a moment when we're not being shot at. If you're interested, I spotted some supplies over there.
Well, now is one such moment where we're not being shot at, but thank you. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm not finding the vigors all that useful except for the mind control, which naturally is the most costly. Ah yes, this place. I remember, this was the foreshadowing from the bit we just went through with all the soldiers and slate and all that unnecessary bullshit. Still, it was nice to get some free salts out of it. I'm always suspect when a critical character in a game follows ahead of me. Perhaps it's just my paranoia, but I always think I'm going to go around the corner and she's going to smack me in the head with an iron pole or something. Mind you, considering the size of her and how she struggled with that lever, I doubt she'd really manage an iron pole, but still something. Come to think of it, I don't know why I'm worried about an iron pole. If this woman can open tears, then surely she could open a tear to a universe where Columbia doesn't exist and I'd just fucking fall. I have to say, even the mechanised patriots here have really lost their fear factor. Yeah, here we go. He's gonna punch that button. I know it. I cannot even begin to explain how aggravating that is.